can talk a little bit about the utility of these things. The Peplink board is running Linux now. It's an ARM 922T based Micrel 8695P processor. And let's see if we can move this out of the way. Which tells us almost nothing, but we can see Peplink Winty 03 version 2.5. And we've seen a slightly different one in the wild, amounted to a tri-band SkyPilot. But of the 12 that we have in our possession at this point, we've only seen one of those, so it's comparatively rare. Remove the 4 screws from this. There's one. Show you the CPU on the back side of this. And Peplink board. So, So here's the Kendon CPU. It basically has all the Ethernet logic and switch logic built into it. There's 2 flash parts, 8 megabytes each, and then a 32 megabit or megabyte SD-RAM chip. There's this funny Peplink proprietary thing. It says PL2302 on it. Peplink PL2302. It's a 20-pin part, and we're not exactly sure what that does, if anything. It's connected to a 32 kilohertz oscillator over here. This J23 pin section, jumper pin header section, which isn't populated, is where the JTAG lives. This 2-pin header is actually a reset switch. There's a quad AND gate here, and that handles some of the reset logic. Some of the JTAG reset pins, this reset, there's another reset pin somewhere, circuit somewhere. Basically ties them all together and pulls them up to the CPU where it resets the whole kit and caboodle. So I've spent some time looking at this and have figured out various things about it, but it's still slightly unresolved at the moment. This one, we've got another Atheros-based radio. It's got a PowerPC. It's got flash. There's a smaller 2 kilobits. I think that's right. Maybe kilobytes. Kilobytes. That's right. I believe it's 2 megabits. Another, I believe it's 32 meg of RAM. And we basically know virtually nothing about this board, except that you can trace some of the JTAG pins from the back of the CPU to some of the pins on J1 down here, but at least as of yet, not all of them. So we're not sure how to get JTAG on this board. We don't have software for it at the moment, but we have some people looking at it to see if we can figure anything out. The other thing of potential value besides the radio on that is these have this Trimble GPS device. It's tacked down on 4 sides with a little solder, and on the back there's on the surface actually of this board on this there's an 8-pin connector which you can get copies of, and with that is a serial interface of some kind. We could potentially unmount that part from the board and use it with the antenna to deploy GPS somewhere. So that's all I can think of. Any questions?